The INFINITI Lab is obviously an important marketing tool for us because it helps us engage with our audience that we want to be part of. It also helps us from a business development pipeline. So a lot of the startups that we've worked with give us amazing ideas that we can integrate into our business or partner with on new business revenue ideas. But the third and maybe most important point is it creates cultural transformation within the business. So all the startups that are involved in our program, which has been more than 50 over the last 2 years, each startup has a mentor within the business. Doesn't matter if it's at the global business here or Hong Kong or in the local programs, let's say for example in Toronto or Dubai. They each have a mentor as part of it, and they work together to help develop the startup's business case, but also about how they could be integrated into INFINITI. And what that does is it creates this amazing fusion between corporate culture and entrepreneurial culture. And both people, mentor and startup, can see things from a different perspective. And the combination of that really helps both people in their day-to-day jobs, be it the startup on working on their own initiatives, or the corporate person from INFINITI helps them think outside the box in a more quick, agile way. And this fusion of different worlds really creates an amazing experience which starts to change corporate culture and helps, for us anyway, become a more lean, agile, entrepreneurial team. And that's what we need to achieve with INFINITI, because that is what our competitive advantage is, to move quicker, faster, and with bigger, I suppose, ideas outside the box. So one of the initiatives that we've started to really launch is startup weekends. So we have a number of startup weekends in Hong Kong and around Southeast Asia where aspiring entrepreneurs can come and join INFINITI team for a 54-hour marathon about bringing a new idea to market. And what's really exciting about that is startups or budding startups can come and join the team with an idea, collaborate with other aspiring entrepreneurs, and at the end of it we have a judging process where we also have winners. But through that we actually get really interesting ideas. At the moment we're doing startup weekends around future customer journey, and so over that 54 hours we have some really amazing insights from young millennials about the type of things that they want to see in the retail world. And that gives us some great insights for us to then tailor and put into the marketplace ourselves. Automotive retail is at a really interesting inflection point. Carlos Ghosn, who's the CEO of the Alliance, has said there'll be more change in the next 10 years in automotive than the last 50 years. And there's a number of reasons behind that. Obviously regulation shifts, changes towards autonomous driving, electric vehicles. But I think we shouldn't also underestimate the change that's going to happen at the customer face, at the retail area. So obviously rents are getting more expensive. We've got density issues in many countries, particularly in Southeast Asia. And I think automotive companies have to rethink about how we're going to service our customers. So certainly a lot more outside the box thinking is required in terms of how consumers look and purchase vehicles, but also how we enable their driving experience as well. When we think about the customer journey, as I explained about a seamless and frictionless experience, that's why we create the INFINITI Lab. We want to have startups that come to our journey that can see the future, and that's what the startups really provide us. They give us a real-world perspective of what's happening out there. They're talking to millennials, they're talking to all sorts of different type of customers, they're seeing what's happening in the world, and they're creating solutions to problems that exist. And we're getting amazing insights into what the consumer needs and giving us ideas, and also some ideas in terms of business development to address those problems. And with that comes the consideration around e-commerce. So we're currently in a discovery phase with some key partners on e-commerce. We think it's going to be crucial to the future. It already is. Probably about 25% to 30% of vehicles sold in China is through some type of e-commerce platform, whether or not it's a deposit or a total purchase, so it's already happening. And unless we get onto this wave, we will be left behind. customers are looking for total experience, and Empower the Drive for Infinity is about enabling people to achieve their potential in road and life. So we have technology that enables them to drive better, to go further, whether or not it's heads-up display that helps you see further, whether or not it's amazing hybrid technology or in the future electrified technology that can enable their drive. But it's also about experiences that also can make them better. Again, this is why we created the INFINITI Lab, because an experience where you actually can achieve your potential is something we believe is critically important to a progressive entrepreneurial type target customer. So with the lab, we have multiple programs, depending on if you want to be an early stage startup or you're a more mature startup that wants to potentially have a relationship with us. We offer multi-tiers across multi-countries around the globe where progressive entrepreneurial type people can come to our programs and we can support them with mentors, with resources. We open them up to our business and to really help their ideas turn into reality. And we think that's something that's quite unique and quite exciting in a premium experience-based car company. Yeah, I think it comes very much back to what the brand stands for. So, I mean, I think a lot of luxury automotive companies have been very strong in this for a number of years, and it's been very closely orientated maybe to their performance side of things. Whether or not you're a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Porsche, they have a lot of drive program orientations because that's what their cars really stand for. It's pure performance, which is very much close to their brand values. For us, it's something a little bit different. As I mentioned before, it's about empowering people, allowing them to get the most out of their drive or the most out of their life. So those are the type of programs that we do. As I've mentioned with the INFINITI Lab, we offer programs for people to experience being an entrepreneur, whether or not direct entrepreneurial skill sets through our accelerator or our thought leadership programs, where we have some great programs where we have amazing leaders and founders can talk about their challenges and their experiences over their entrepreneurial journey. We also have something called the INFINITI Engineering Academy, where we help young aspiring engineers to get to Formula One, which is a hugely exciting and unique opportunity. So young engineers from around the world apply to a platform and they go through a review process and judging process, where the last one was in Hong Kong only last month, where Nico Hülkenberg, a Renault Infiniti Formula One driver, helped judge the final people that made it through to work in the Renault Infiniti team for next year, which is quite an exciting and unique experience-based marketing platform.